Alright, hello everybody, welcome. So if you watched my previous video on how to run ComfyUI through RUNPOD, this is the direct follow-up video, and this is how you will be getting your first workflow running. This is a pretty good workflow. It works very well. I created it myself, and if you want to get it, all you have to do is go to my Discord. It's free in there, 100% free. All you gotta do is join. There is a text channel called Free Workflows, and I even have a written out guide, a short guide on how to do this in that channel as well. So, assuming you just downloaded it and you have it here, you are going to drag it into ComfyUI, and you're going to see a few error messages. So first you're going to see that you have missing nodes, which this is very simple to solve. First of all, what you want to do is go to the manager up here, just press the blue manager button, and then you're going to click install missing custom nodes. Now, the missing nodes will appear right here, and they will have install buttons. You need to do this one by one. So you're just going to click install, you're going to wait for that to go through, and then it's going to tell you that you need to restart ComfyUI, but before you do that, just install the rest of the missing nodes, and then you're going to restart. So once those are installed, restart. It's going to ask you if you're sure, yes, and now we just wait for Comfy to restart. Alright, once the restart has fully reloaded, it's going to ask if you want to refresh. Just click confirm and refresh ComfyUI. Alright, now we should not have any glowing red nodes, but if you try and run it here, click it, and you'll notice that you get some more errors. That is because you do not have the Z-Image models installed into your ComfyUI or into your local network pod that you have if you followed the previous video. Again, link in the description of that. You definitely should watch that. I show you exactly how to get to this point at the beginning of the video that we just were at, and it's just the best way to get everything set up so that way you can get directly into getting this workflow working, if that's what you want to do. So you're going to see here that we're missing a Z-Image-Turbo BF16 save tensors. We're missing a clip model, and we're missing a VAE loader model. So that would be these right here. And in the Discord, you will notice that I have a section here on commands that you can input into your Jupyter Labs to download these models directly from Hugging Face. So no external downloads to your computer involved. You don't need to take up all of your precious hard drive space. This can all be done through your network pod that you have configured. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the directory. We're going to change the directory. Go back here. We're going to open a new terminal in Jupyter Labs. So just click the plus up here in the tab, open a new terminal, and we are going to just copy and paste everything from the Discord right into here. So you'll see that we changed our directory to the diffusion models folder, and then we are going to copy everything else. So just put that in there, and you'll see that the main Z-Image Turbo model has begun downloading. So this is going to take a while, depending on network speeds, etc., etc. So once that's done, we will be back, and I'll show you how to get the rest of the models installed. Yo guys, real quick, right back to the video, but first, real quick PSA. When adding funds to RUNPOD, if you guys go to my description of this video and use my referral link, you will get $5 added to whatever you add for your first purchase through RUNPOD. Also, that gives me $5 as well, so let's lock in together, let's get this money, and let's get this free money. Also, if you guys need any run-throughs or guides on things that you may not understand, or you just can't get something to work and you really, really want to get it to work, or you want help creating workflows or running advanced workflows using upscalers, whatever it may be, I offer super, super cheap lessons. I just got into the creator space on YouTube with all of this AI generation, and so, I don't really have a viewer base. So I'm offering lessons on the most advanced stuff that people are paying thousands of dollars for. I'm offering it for pennies on the dollar. So if you guys are interested, just reach out through Discord. I'm always available. Let me know. Alright, so for demonstration purposes, I stopped the download. I already have this downloaded on my own personal network configuration. So I'm not going to download these models again. I don't need to do that. I just started up a new pod on a throwaway network, so that way I could show you guys how to do this basically from scratch. So now we're going to do the text encoders, which you can also find right in the same spots of the Discord. So first we change our directory to the text encoders folder, and then we're going to copy the wget command, and this will start installing the text encoder. Again, you'll see that there is a download going here, and this is going to take a while too. This is a pretty big file, but that's why you configure the network, so that way the network storage, so that way you can save all of this, and then from session to session, you don't have to do this and reinstall these models every single time. Once you do this once, if you configure the network storage, you will have it ready to go. So again, I'm just going to stop this. If it would stop, there we go. And I'm going to pretend that that got to 100%. It'll take, obviously, a lot longer for you guys, so just pause the video as you're going through this, and we are going to do the last model that we need, which is the VAE. So we are going to copy again from the Discord the change directory command to go into the VAE folder, and we are going to copy then the wget command for the VAE, and you should see this again, another download. I'm going to stop it. Like I said, I'm going to move over to my configured network that I already have all this downloaded in, and it should work exactly as yours will once you have all of these installed, and I will show you exactly how the workflow works. Alright, back into Comfy. Now that you have the models installed, you should be able to see here that you're able to click on them when going through the list of models that you have installed in each section. So now that you can click on all of them, there should be no more errors getting thrown at you, and if there is, there's a quick little cheat code I want to show you guys. If you click run and you get errors, whatever pops up on that error, you can just copy and then paste it right into Claude. Paste the error right into here and say, this is the error that I'm getting when trying to run ComfyUI. Here's my workflow. You can even drag and drop the workflow that you're using right into here, just the JSON file that you would drag and drop into ComfyUI, and then, say, these are your errors. Here are the errors that I'm getting. I am getting when trying to run this workflow through RUNPOD ComfyUI. And he will tell you exactly what is wrong, give you options for debugging and fixing everything. Huge cheat code, guys. Use LLMs. Use these models. Use these language models like Claude, which is great at coding, great at debugging ComfyUI, and have him fix all of your grievances, because it's just the best way to do it. Alright, once you have your models set, you'll notice here that you can load in LoRAs. So if you have character LoRAs, you can just load them in right there. And if you read this, if you are wanting to load your own character style LoRAs into the workflow, select your LoRAs in the loader to the left. So you click LoRA and load whichever one you want. And then in the CR prompt list node, edit the prepend text to have your LoRA trigger word. So I'm going to select one of my LoRAs here. Okay, now that I have one of my LoRAs set, I'm going to come down to this CR prompt list node right here. And I'm going to use the trigger word that I have associated with my LoRA, or whatever LoRA you're using. And I'm just going to type it in, followed by a comma and a space. Click OK. Now, every single prompt that is put into this text box here will be prepended with this. So my trigger word will go in the beginning of each one of these. So let me get rid of that real quick. And I just want to show you how this works with no LoRA. Now, with this workflow, this CR prompt list is amazing because normally you'd be able to put in one positive prompt and say that may be, a young Asian woman drinking a nice coffee outside of a busy coffee shop. You would just run the workflow with that singular prompt, which is great. But for generating large batches of images, which these turbo workflows, or these turbo models, rather, like Z-Image-Turbo, are great for because they generate images so fast, is doing large batches. So I can do as many prompts as I want to here. I just separate them by the line. So I'm going to run this. This should give me 3 images here, which you can set the dimensions of, the resolution. You can set how many steps you want, which will give you higher quality results with higher steps. You can set negative prompt that will run through each iteration of prompt. And I even put down here some negative prompt tags that you can copy and paste into the negative prompt box if you want to avoid certain things. There's lighting negatives, anatomy and body negatives, and you can just, ask ChatGPT or whoever to give you even more if you have problems with generation. But Z-Image is a great model, and I haven't really noticed that many uses for negative prompts. But I'm gonna run this. All right, so here we go. Not even a minute later, I have generated the 3 images that I have prompts for. We can take a look at them if we want to. Let's take a look down here. This is the young Asian woman drinking a nice coffee outside of a busy coffee shop. Nice. We have a young Caucasian woman watering her plants in her home garden. Amazing. We have a young redhead woman on a jog in the local park during the summer. Great. Amazing. Now, I want to show you how quick I can run through a batch of, let's say, 8 prompts. So I'm going to take these, and because I'm uncreative and lazy, I am going to post them into my favorite LLM and say, generate me 5 more prompts with a similar theme. And we'll wait for him to answer. Perfect. And we'll take these and just paste them right into there. So now that we have those, I'm going to run, and I just want you guys to see how fast these generate. You can see the first image is done. Each case sampler with the number following is which image it's working on currently. So I have it set to 10 steps, so it's usually going to jump in iterations of 10% here. So we're already on image 5, working on 6 now, 7, and this should be the last one here. Now, let's change this up here so that we have a neater image feed. There we go. All of our prompts have come through. You can see these images are very real looking. They look amazing. This image model is great. I even like it better than Z-Image-Base. At this point, Z-Image-Base has been out for a while now, and I still prefer Z-Image-Turbo. It's just better. I don't know. A lot of people say it's a skill issue. It may be. Maybe I just don't know how to use Z-Image-Base, but you can't beat the speed of Z-Image-Turbo. Now, one last thing that I'm going to do to demonstrate how great this workflow is I'm going to plug in one of my custom character LoRAs, and I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Okay, so I've just gone back over to Claude and told him, generate me 10 more, but do not describe ethnicity or physical features, just say a young woman. So we have those prompts. I have 10 of them. I'm going to come here. I'm going to press Control A to select all of the prompts currently in this box. I'm going to backspace. I'm going to paste my prompts that I've just generated. Notice that I have my LoRA loaded up here, and I have my trigger word in the prepend text. That's all I need to do. Now I have these 10 prompts ready to go, and I'm going to run that. All right. Our batch of images has just finished. You can see here, if we expand our job history, it took 48 seconds for 10 images, which is on average, rounded up 5 seconds per image. Can't beat it. Here are the results. This is the LoRA that I loaded in. This is the character that I created. They look great. You can tell that the consistency is maintained throughout all of the images. And yeah, so that's how you load your LoRA in. Guys, this is all you need for a text-to-image workflow. I'm telling you, this is so much better than typing in prompt after prompt after prompt, because you want to take advantage of the speed of this model. You want to take advantage of Z-Image-Turbo's turbo. So by doing that, the best way is to load multiple prompts into one run of a workflow, so that way, you're not rerunning all the steps of the workflow over and over and over again, prompt by prompt by prompt by prompt. A few things to note: if you want to mess with the sampler name and the scheduler, this will change certain aspects of the generation. Certain samplers and schedulers are better run with lower steps. So what I have it set to by default is Euler with beta 57. This is good for a low step iteration. So 10 steps with this combination is all you need. You'll get great results. Great consistency through your LoRAs. And yeah, I mean, that's really it for this, guys. That's, as simple as it gets. It's what you get. So if you like the video, please like, please subscribe, join the Discord. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in there. I'm always willing to help. And thank you for watching.